if you're trying to turn waste into energy or into valuable products. There are three thermochemical routes people always mix up: incineration, gasification, and pyrolysis. They're not the same. The key difference is simple: how much oxygen you allow in the process. Here's the clean mental model. Incineration equals complete oxidation, heat plus flue gas plus ash. Gasification equals partial oxidation, syngas plus ash/slag. Pyrolysis equals no oxygen bio-oil plus biochar plus some gas. Incineration is the workhorse because it's robust with heterogeneous, unsorted MSW and clinical waste. Its number one superpower is volume reduction. Studies often report waste reduced to roughly 10 to 15% of its original volume after incineration, depending on feed and system. For energy recovery, most plants use a Rankine steam cycle, and modern waste incinerators often deliver net electricity efficiencies around 20 to 30%. So if your top priority is guaranteed waste destruction and reliable operation at city scale, incineration is often the default. Gasification runs oxygen-starved, typically around ER 0.2 to 0.4. So instead of fully burning the waste, you convert it into syngas that can be used for power or chemical synthesis. Why it matters: syngas is an intermediate fuel, which opens more pathways: engines, turbines, hydrogen, methanol, or synthetic fuels, if you can manage cleanup and quality control. On efficiency, integrated configurations like IGCC are often discussed as potentially exceeding 60% overall efficiency in certain setups, though real performance depends heavily on fuel, scale, and integration design. Gasification usually demands more feedstock preparation and stronger gas cleaning, and that's where many projects win or lose. Pyrolysis runs with zero oxygen. It's often positioned less as waste disposal and more as resource valorization, especially for plastics, tires, and biomass, because it can produce pyrolysis oil and biochar. This is why pyrolysis is having a moment in 2025. The economics can be strengthened by a second revenue stream: carbon markets, especially for biochar carbon removal. For example, S&P Global/Platts assessed U.S. biochar carbon credits for 2025 delivery around $150 per ton CO2. And industry reporting projects the biochar market could reach about $3.3 billion by 2025. Pyrolysis oil market sizing varies across analysts. Examples include estimates around $1.44 billion to about $2.0 billion for 2025. Now, let's address the emissions profile, because this is often the deciding factor in permitting and public acceptance. PCDD/F formation is strongly associated with the post-combustion cool zone, commonly discussed around 250 to 450 degrees Celsius windows under certain conditions. Gasification's oxygen-limited environment and high-temperature operation can reduce the conditions that promote formation, but it's not zero risk. Controls and process design still matter. In gasification, fuel-bound nitrogen can largely convert to ammonia, and sulfur to reduce species like H2S/COS, which can be removed during syngas cleanup, often more straightforward than treating highly diluted flue gas streams after combustion. A 2025 comparative LCA on PFAS-rich waste reported pyrolysis showing lower impacts than incineration in several categories, including 26% lower GWP and 91% lower terrestrial ecotoxicity in that study system boundary. Bottom line: the cleanliness battle is mostly about what you're cleaning and how well you do it. Here's a practical decision tree. Ask these 5 questions. 1. What's your primary goal? I must dispose of mixed MSW reliably. Incineration. I want flexible fuel/chemicals/higher value pathways. Gasification. I want circular products from plastics/biomass. Pyrolysis. 2. How messy is your feedstock? Highly heterogeneous. Wet, contaminated. Incineration tolerates this best. Needs controlled composition/size/moisture. Gasification and pyrolysis benefit more. 3. What's your offtake plan? Steam plus power. Incineration fits. Syngas to power/chemicals. Gasification. Oil plus char. Buyers. Pyrolysis. 4. What's your permitting environment? Strict stack emissions and public scrutiny. All 3 require controls, but the pollutant pathway differs. 5. Where does the money really come from? Incineration, mostly gate fees plus power/heat. Gasification, Singa's value. Pyrolysis, product margins plus circular economy plus carbon credits. One last truth. These aren't just technologies, they're project finance structures. Incineration is mature and bankable, but often faces social license challenges. Gasification can unlock higher value pathways, but demands stricter feed prep and robust gas cleaning. Pyrolysis can look extremely attractive in 2025 to 2026, especially when credits and offtake align. But quality specs, certification, and buyer contracts are everything. So the winner isn't universal. The winner is the one that matches your feedstock, product strategy, policy environment, and bankability.